So good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Rosenkranz doubles and redoubles. They are quite different from yesterday's talk, which was on responsive doubles. So I'm going to begin my remarks by just refreshing our minds about responsive doubles. As I said yesterday, only the advancer or the partner of the overcaller can make a responsive double. And a responsive double occurs in two situations. Two situations, but a common event. A suit is opened by an opponent, and that suit is raised by the responder. So one heart, two hearts, for instance. Now, the overcaller can either bid a suit or double for takeout. So one heart, double for takeout, two hearts. The opening suit is bid and raised. Now, if the advancer chooses to say double, that is a responsive double. And it would deny holding four spades, because if we had four spades, it's our job to bid it. And so it promises both minors. Now, if the auction went one heart, one spade overcall, two hearts, so the opener's suit is bid and raised, and now advancer says double, this is a responsive double promising the two unbid suits. So one of the clear requirements is that for the opener's suit is raised by his partner. And for the interfering person, the opponent, your partner, he can either overcall a suit or he can double for takeout. And either of those actions, followed by a raise of the opening bid, initiate the advancer's responsive double. So today's double is going to be a little bit different. Once again, only the advancer can make a Rosenkranz double or redouble. Having said that, let me tell you a little bit about George Rosenkranz. It's a very little bit because I don't know very much, but I can tell you that he's from Mexico. I think he was a very successful businessman, and he started playing bridge, and he became a sponsor and played on a very fine team of professionals. And smart enough to run a big company, smart enough to create a number of bridge conventions. I think I own 3 books written by him on different systems that he developed. They're not common among the hoi polloi, but they are probably well known by world-class players. I actually wrote a little story about, when I say a story, a little half-a-page article about George Rosenkranz and how he invented something called the Romex spiral. And I saw a demonstration of this bid at a tournament in Bermuda in 1999. And that was the only time I ever went to the Bermuda convention region, the Bermuda Regional. It's in January, and it was at the Princess Hotel. And it was one of the best bridge tournaments I have ever been to. It was so much fun. And they did a wonderful show and tell of 2 experts with a moderator bidding hands to educate and entertain us at the same time. And the Romex spiral was one of the bids that came up. Another terrific bid from George Rosenkranz, the Ro from his name and the Mex from his country, Romex. And I think his whole system is called the Romex system. George and his wife were at a bridge tournament in the United States a number of years back when Mrs. Rosenkranz was abducted and held for ransom. But she was successfully restored to the loving embrace of her husband, and life continued. But after that, they probably had bodyguards around them, I would imagine. So that's George Rosenkranz. So let's pull up the deals for today and see what we can find out about the Rosenkranz double. As always, I'm going to ask you that if you have questions, not to shout out, but to send a message in the chat line, and Paul will interrupt me and draw it to my attention, and I'll do my best to answer the question. Let me introduce the people at my table today. Somebody you don't know very well. This is Deb from Colorado, sitting north, and Judy and Marissa are here. Tom nearly beat Marissa to it, but she just pipped him at the post. So these ladies worked hard yesterday and today. So if anybody would like to sign up in advance for next week, let me know. Not right this second, but before you leave today, or send me an email. Okay, so let's have a go with this hand. Deb is the dealer, and I'm pretty sure she's going to open the bidding. Perfect. One diamond. One spade overcall. Now remember, if South were to bid 2 diamonds, any double by West would be a responsive double, showing both minors. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to double to say, partner, well, who can tell me what my double means?
The other 2 suits.
The other 2 suits.
Yeah, well, it guarantees 4 hearts. And it suggested I may also have 4 of the other suit. I certainly am not interested in diamonds at this stage. I want to show my major. How many points do I promise?
Well, I guess about
11.
10.
There's 2 schools of thought here. And I think I've mentioned this before. At the 1 level, we only need about 6 points. Now, some people say that for every level I go up, I need to be about a king better. So I ought to have about 9 points for this. And by the time I'm at the 3 level, I ought to have about 12. But world-class players don't pay any attention. They bid on shape and a smattering of points rather than rigid numbers. And only because it's helpful, but they're such good declarers that they can cope with unfavorable point counts as long as they have good shape. A case in point yesterday, my hand slipped, and instead of opening a weak no trump of 12 to 14, I landed on 1 spade and it was gone before I could stop it. And my partner bid 4 spades. And now I'm feeling sick, but thanking my lucky stars that I happen to have 4 spades in my hand. And she promised 5 and a singleton. So the dummy came, they led, the dummy came down, and she had 4 spades, but she did have a singleton. So she had 7 points, I think 7 points. I might have had 14, 12 to 14. So I'm in a very substandard game, but I managed to make it. And we're the only people who even thought about game, let alone bid it on that board. So we got an undeserved top because of my accident. So I apologized to everybody and said my hand had slipped, and my partner typed, I was wondering like what crazy things I was up to. So if you do something foolish and you know your partner's going to be mad, always try to have a good excuse ready. Like, oh, well, I thought I had 5 spades. I had a club in with the spades. Silly me. Okay, let's move on. So 1 diamond, 1 spade, double. I have 4 hearts and I have some points. And now, what is Marissa going to do? Does she have a fit with her partner's spades? Yes, she does. How many points does she have? Not enough to Q-bid. So she's just going to give a little itty bitty raise, 2 spades. And now what is North going to do? Very difficult, very difficult. I'm going to leave. Oh, Deb has doubled. I don't really know what that means. Deb, what is your intent with your double?
Well, I have both suits. Oh, wait, I don't have clubs. I think I should have bid 3 hearts.
Okay, so does 3 hearts show extras?
I'd say no.
Probably not, but because we're in a competitive auction. So when we think that, Judy must have, East must have some number of points, 7 to 17, to overcall a spade. And her partner's probably got about 6 points to give her the raise. And Deb opened the bidding. So, they may not have very much. And my hand, the south hand, responded. So the points may be reasonably well distributed around the table. So bidding 3 hearts is not an invitation to go to game. It says, partner, if I don't bid, they're probably going to be able to play two spades. And we never let them play at the 2 level when they found their happy fit. So did East-West find a happy fit? They certainly did. Spades bid and raised. So we know they've got 8 spades minimum. And my partner, Debbie, knows from this auction that I must have 2 spades at most, plus my 4 hearts. And whatever it is, it is. If I've got a game forcing hand, I will go to game. I will know what to do. But I've just got my little 8 count, so I'm going to pass. And I'm 100% in agreement with Deb bidding 3 hearts, because if she doesn't, I won't know what to do. I won't be able to do anything over 2 spades, most probably. So 3 hearts buys the contract. Are we going to make it? Well, what is Judy going to lead? Now, for those of you who can see her hand, she's got a dilemma. So I won't say what it is. I'm going to let her choose. Well, that's the only thing you can't do. Why is that? Because now I'm going to reveal the cards. And when you see everything, you can see that you just gave North a trick which she was not entitled to.
Okay.
So,
Well,
you can't
diamonds
do that.
then.
I
have
don't
to-
care what else you do, but
Okay.
you can't leave that card.
Okay.
This is why we're going to learn about the Rosenkranz and what he did so that spades can still be led. So let's go on to the next deal. So I think Deb's got a very similar hand. So 1 diamond, 1 spade by Judy, double by me. Sound familiar? And now look at, can you see all 4 hands?
Yes.
Yes.
So look at the difference with this hand. This time, Marissa has got the same, half a dozen points, but she has the king of spades. So there's a fabulous bid that she can make to say, partner, I have a fit with your spades, and I have either the ace or king of spades, of your suit. Wouldn't that be fantastic? So how can she show that? Well, I doubled, so she is going to redouble. And this is a Rosenkranz redouble. Now I play this with Neil, and I think I play it with Bella and maybe 1 or 2 other people. I had played it like for years up north, but it's not very popular here. But it's a wonderful bid. So what did we give up here? We gave up the fact, we allowed them, north-south, to find a fit in hearts at the 2 level. But nevertheless, Judy can bid 2 spades because she knows her partner has a fit and the king. Well, I'm not going to sell out, so I'm going to bid 3 hearts. And that will end the auction. Why will it end the auction? Because you can be the first pair to bid at the 3 level with only 8 trump. But you should not be the second pair to bid at the 3 level unless your side has 9 trumps. And Marissa has the same 3 that she promised, and Judy has the same 5 that she promised. So they would rather defend against 3 hearts. But now look at the difference this time. Now, because she knows that her partner has the king of spades, Judy can lead the 3 of spades over to her partner's king. What a difference this makes, getting the spades on the table, knowing that we could do this. So you can see that it's going to go 2 from the dummy. Deb, if you would just play the 2, please.
Did she promise me the top honor? One of the,
Either the ace or the king.
okay,
Guaranteed either the ace or the king. No, you
okay.
cannot put in the 10. You cannot put in the 10. No,
No, why not?
because you cannot see the queen.
Oh, yeah. I was because I see all the cards. I don't know.
Right.
I thought dummy was on my right. Okay.
So you must go up with the king.
Makes
Yeah.
it simpler.
I didn't know who was dummy. I thought, yeah.
And now you're going to return the jack. So just so everybody is aware, Marissa has the jack and the 10 left. She returns the higher of 2 remaining cards. Now we can see that the jack is going to win the trick, so Judy does not need to overtake. And that wins, and now we can play the 10.
Yeah, you have to play the 7. Okay, there you go.
Now we can play the 10, capture the last one, and she's going to have to roughen the dummy. But she did not get a chance to pitch anything, or, you know, we've got our first 2 tricks. Maybe we'll get more. We need 3 more tricks. Will we get them? I don't know. But this is how the Rosenkranz double and redouble work. Whether it's a double or a redouble, it always says, partner, I have either the ace or the king of your suit. Now, when I learned this bid, we guaranteed a 3-card fit. So partner would know if it's safe to compete.
There's your answer.
Some people do it even if they've only got ace doubleton or king doubleton, because it's so important to get that lead on the table. So any questions so far?
How would you know it's not a takeout double for the other the 2 minors?
Because you have to have an agreement that when you double in this situation, that this is what it is. It's a Rosenkranz double or redouble. So remember that when we talked about a responsive double, that's when the suit has been bid and raised by the opponents. Whatever suit they open, it's been raised. So now the double says, I've got the other suits. It's a responsive double. Now, if they bid different suits, I found this very difficult when I was learning it, 20 years ago. When the responder shows strength instead of just a little 6-point raise, when they show strength, we're likely to be defending. So that's when we use Rosenkranz. When they bid and raise the same suit, the responder is showing weakness or a weak hand. So we might have a chance to buy the auction, to buy the contract. That's the real difference.
We have a general question.
Yes.
When you use Rosenkranz, do you need to alert? And if so, how do you alert it?
You say alert, and you say spade raise headed by an honor, or whatever the suit is. So 1 heart, 1 spade by south. So do you have a fit with your partner?
No, both minors.
Well, okay, so how can you show that? Double. So Marissa is the responder. East is the opener, South is the overcaller, West is the responder. So this is a normal negative double, saying I have some points and I have both the unbid suits. And now what is North going to do over this double? Redouble to say, partner, I have either the ace or king of your suit. I have enough points to take a bid. So it's not a 3-card raise, but it's a really good raise with ace queen. She knows that I must have the king or something for my bid if I don't have those cards. So 2 diamonds natural. I'm going to be very happy to bid 2 spades.
Okay. I can always push you up. Yeah, I can.
3 diamonds by Marissa. She doesn't want to sell out to 2 spades. Okay. Now let's say that ends the auction. I don't mind them playing diamonds because that doesn't get them very many points. But now I'm on lead and it's very easy for me to lead a spade.
Of course.
Oh.
Now let me think about this. There were 4. I've got 5 in my hand. That's 9. 2 on the table is 11 and 2 here. So I know that this is the last spade that my partner has. So I'm going to overtake it. And I'm going to play the last spade. And this is going to cut down a trump from the declarer's hand, but not from my partner's hand. Now my partner's going to play, if we play standard, she's going to play a low something. I would say a low heart is better. Now, why is this? Well, there's a saying that we should keep level with dummy. So there are 4 clubs in the dummy and North has 4 clubs. Now, it's unlikely that any of these will take a trick, but her 7, her highest club, will beat the 4 that's in the dummy. So she should not release a club. There are only 2 hearts in the dummy, so she can afford to release a heart.
Would that Jack of Spades imply that he wants a hard return?
Maybe. But it's winning the trick. So it's not quite so quite so clear cut. Because partner is not going to be trumping it. If she were going to trump it, it absolutely would be asking for a heart.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now we're going, and you can see that you're going to have to lose 1 heart, and that's it. And yeah, you're going to pick up all the diamonds. So this hand did very well in diamonds. We couldn't stop them. But at least we got off to the correct spade lead. So let's see what the hand has.
If you were declared, though, you would have maybe you would have a 7-card fit. I mean, you could, because you could have had just 5 spades and your partner 2.
Right, exactly. But with holding the ace queen, that's a really good holding. Because shame on me if I don't have the king and the jack. If I stuck my neck out to bid a horrible suit that didn't have those cards. So it virtually means that I'm not going to have any spade losers. So that's why you can do it. When you've got honored doubleton, that's a big thing, especially the ace or the king. And that's why some people will make the double with just 2 cards.
And it could be ace small.
It could be, because what you have to think about is that the West hand showed values by making this negative double. So, nobody knows how good every hand is at the table. it sounds like the points are pretty evenly split between the two pairs. So it's well worth getting that bid on the table, getting that
Okay.
on the table. So if they outbid us, we're at least going to get off to the right lead.
Mhm.
We have a question before, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the question is, why wouldn't you signal another suit in the south instead of finishing the suit?
Well, I have to finish the suit because one of the things you have to do on defense is to make the declarer rough, to use her trumps before she wants to. So by playing the final spade, there was still a spade in the dummy, by playing another spade, I'm forcing the declarer to cut down her trumps, and she hasn't started to pull trump yet. So I don't know how many she has. I suspect that she's got 4. And I think I had 3, 2 and my partner had 3 or vice versa. But they don't have a whole lot of trumps. So if I can start cutting their trump down without giving her a slough and a rough, then that's good bridge. It's called a forcing defense, when you can make the declarer use their trumps before they want, when they don't really want to. So let's have a look at this hand. Marissa is the dealer this time. Well, here there's nothing for me to say. I have nothing to say. I'm going to pass. But let's back up and have Deb bid 2 spades. And Deb, I'll ask for an undo, please. Now, I don't really like these bids, but let's say that Deb chose to bid 2 spades. She's got 6 of them. And this is certainly annoying.
That means a weak suit.
Yes, it's a weak jump overcall, promising at least 6 spades and somewhere between 5 and 10 points.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So see what a dilemma it makes for Judy. What should Judy do?
I think you're going to have to double.
Do you think?
No, double is the last thing she should do.
Okay.
Because why is this? Well, she's got to fit with her partner. Double would deny a fit and would be a negative double, promising both minors. So 3 hearts says, partner, I have a fit with you and I'm willing to go to the 3 level, but this is not an invitation. Because in order to show a good hand, she would have to make a forcing bid. So who can think of forcing bids that Judy could make if she had a good hand?
I could Q bid spades.
You could bid 3 spades to say, I have a game force and I have a fit with your hearts.
Right.
Or
I could bid 3 clubs.
She could bid a new suit that would be
Right.
forcing. So just bidding 3 hearts says, I have a fit with you, but don't consider this an invitation to go to game. Okay. So, I mean, that's the only bid that she can make. And my hand is going to pass. And you're going to buy it for 3 hearts. And of course, you've got all the spades. We're not getting any spade tricks. We're not getting any heart tricks. We are going to get 3 diamond tricks if my partner thinks of leading a diamond. And in fact, that's probably what she will need because her spades are so vile. She's not very proud of them. So I think that's what you have to do. And if you do lead a spade, when you're given the ace of clubs, you have to go after the diamonds right away. Okay.
We have a general question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Where do you show this convention on the convention card?
In the box on the left-hand side of your convention card, Right up here, for those who can see this on my screen, there's a box that says special doubles. So it's not written down there, but on the bottom line, it's empty. There's a line, and I have written down Rosenkranz doubles / redoubles. I'm glad somebody asked where to write it, because it suggests that they want to adopt it. I don't think this is a Rosenkranz hand.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at my cards. I was thinking what happened to the Rosenkranz hands.
Mm. Mm. I'll have to pass, I guess.
No, there's nothing to think about here, Marissa. You cannot let them play at the 2 level when they're happy.
Okay.
So for all you know, this could be passed out. So you have to put the double on the table and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, so they bought it for 3 hearts. It's not Rosenkranz at all. I don't know what happened. I thought I had more deals on this topic. No.
Question on a previous hand.
Yes.
For Marissa to double, how many points would you suggest she has to
Well,
have?
she needs an evaluated opening hand, and she had 13 points. So that's a normal takeout double. So I think that concludes the specific deals for Rosenkranz. So who can make the Rosenkranz double? The partner of the overcaller. It promises the ace or king in overcaller's suit, usually with 3-card support, occasionally a doubleton. It's for the purpose when the opponent shows strength. That is that they bid 1 suit, your partner overcalls, and responder bids a new suit, or a negative double to indicate a new suit. So this shows strength rather than a simple 6-point raise. So that's when we employ Rosenkranz. If we raise our partner, the overcaller's suit, immediately, 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 bananas, 2 spades, this is just a simple raise denying the ace or king. 1 heart, 1 spade, double, redouble, says partner, I have ace 3rd or king 3rd in your suit. So this is the essential nature of the Rosenkranz double or redouble. When the opponent shows strength, we are likely to be defending, and therefore we use Rosenkranz to let partner know whether they should or shouldn't lead the suit. Now, if they've got the ace king themselves, they're going to lead it no matter what. But if they don't have, if they've got the ace without the king, but you double to show the king in your possession, then they're going to lead low to your king and you will go back to their ace.
And can you have more than 3 in support? Can you have 4 spades to the ace or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The key here is recognizing that in an auction that goes something like 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, the 1 spade bidder is pretty much unlimited. And if partner, so you may very well be defending. So Rosenkranz comes into play.
Okay.
Similarly, if it goes 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, that's an opening bid followed by at least 10 points by responder. So the hand belongs to the opener and his partner.
Mhm.
So Rosenkranz is very important.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll just do random hands. So what have we here? East has opened a diamond. And what should South do? 6, 10, 13 points. We're going to overcall one heart.
I can't say one spade with only 4. huh?
Correct.
Okay, there we go.
No, you can't. You
Oh,
cannot.
I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hmm. I don't have a stubborn hearts and support the diamonds with only 4.
Nope.
You can double.
How about a negative double to say I have 4 of the other major?
Okay, fine. Yes.
So that is the only possible bid that Marissa can make. This is just a negative double. Remember that only responder can make a negative double. So if we know who can make certain doubles, that really helps us in differentiating them. So 2 hearts, I have a raise. Now, just let's wait a second. Just a second, because it went 1 diamond, 1 heart, double. And now, do you have a fit with my hearts? Yes. Do you have the ace or king of my suit? Yes. So you want to let me know that it's going to be safe to lead hearts. So Deb, ask for an undo, please. And you're going to redouble to say you have either the ace or the king and a fit with me. So even though I said that we'd reach the end, here it came up in a random deal. How fortuitous is that? So 1 diamond, I have an opening hand, 1 heart, 5 hearts, 7 to 17. Double, I have 4 spades and I have a few points. Redouble, partner, I have hearts with you headed by the ace or king. 1 spade, great, I'm going to bid 2 hearts. I know we have a fit. 2 hearts. Now, I know that my partner does not have 10 points because she would have Q-bid if her hand were that good. So I know that 2 hearts is probably high enough. And bidding 2 hearts here doesn't say that I have more than 5 because I already know that my partner has a fit with me. Now my partner has 4 trumps, so she is definitely going to go to the 3 level. Why should we sell out to them? They found a 4-4 fit in spades. We're not going to let them play it there. 3 hearts. Good pass.
It was hard.
Okay, so now Judy knows that her king of hearts is going to be good. How does she know that? Because North promised the ace or king of hearts with that redouble. So Judy knows that her king of hearts is going to be good, but she's not sure about much else.
Right.
Perhaps her partner's got the ace queen of spades and they can get some spade tricks. So what are you going to lead, Judy?
Well,
It's my lead.
oh, it's Marissa's lead.
It's my lead. Small spade.
Okay. Music to my ears.
Oh. Take it back, Marissa.
So I'm not
Well,
going to play the whole hand, but you can see that I'm going to win 2 spades and I'm going to play a trump. I'm going to hope that the king is in the west hand. So I'm
Are you
going
showing all hands?
yes, I better.
Okay.
So here's my play. I'm going to win the queen of spades. I'm going to immediately put the queen of hearts on the table and let it ride. If the king is on the left, I'll pick it up. If it's on the right, I'm going to lose it. So I'm definitely going to lose a heart. So now whatever comes back, I'm going to lose 2 diamonds.
Right.
And if a club comes back, a low club, I'm going to play low and let it go around to the queen. And I will pick up the king of clubs if that happens. On a diamond lead, I'm going to lose 2 diamonds. So I'm losing 2 diamonds and a heart. And I think that's all I'm going to lose.
Mhm.
I can pull the trump in 2 rounds and trump the 3rd spade. So I'm only in 3 hearts, but I think I'm going to make 4
Right.
without any problems. So, but it's really on the position of the king of hearts. I would make 5 if the king of hearts were over here. And if the king of clubs were in the west hand, then I wouldn't make it.
Oh, now all the hands are showing.
If you picked up the whole hands in that second, good for you.
I should have focused on yours, though.
So what is the double? Negative double promising 4 hearts. Now, North correctly says pass because she does not have a fit with my spades. And in terms of changing the overcall, what are the requirements for North to bid another suit? Well, I like these agreements that if I overcall and you don't have my partner doesn't have a fit with me, you have 5 of your own suit and you should have at least 10 points. Now, some of my partners will do it with a lot less than 10 points. So we add other parameters. And that is that you either have tolerance for my suit, which means 2, or you have a 6-card suit. So that if I don't have a fit with you, then I can, because your bid is 4-6, and I go back to my own suit, you've got tolerance for my suit, or you're going to rebid your own suit because you have 6 of them. And so with that understanding, we don't get into much trouble. So here, her pass says she has no fit, nothing to say. 1 no trump over here. She's certainly, that's her best bid. And I have nothing more to say. So I'm going to pass. And I'm going to leave my king of spades if that ends the auction, as it will. And she can hold up 2 rounds. But I am going to get in with the king of diamonds at some point. But of course, she can take, and I'm going to indicate for diamonds. How will I do that? I'll play a low heart. I'll play a low club. And my partner ought to be able to pick up that when she gets in with the club, that to lead a diamond.
We have a question on the bidding.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, question on the bidding.
Yes.
Why not bid 1 no trump by North over the double with clubs and hearts?
What about diamonds? What about points?
Rosie, this is Craig Lester. I asked that question, and with 7 points, I thought my 1 no trump response would show that 6 to 10 and the suits promise stopped. I've got the hearts and the clubs stopped.
But,
so
but what's the point?
I think we can make 1 no.
Well, if we can make 1 no, they're likely not going to make whatever they are going to make.
Okay.
Because they haven't shown a fit yet.
But is it 90 better than 50?
Here's the thing, it's a gamble. It's an absolute, you've only got 1 stopper in clubs and 1 stopper in hearts.
Okay, thank you.
And you can get to me, once in spades, but that's that you don't know how good I am. So bidding 1 no trump by North here is, I don't like it with a 7 count. Often what will happen is that this will go 1 club, 1 spade overcall double. And now if they, if he bids, I don't know what he could bid. If I had a good hand, I would double 1 no trump. and you would pass. That's the bottom line. I would double it to say, partner, I want to hear a fit. I want to hear something from you. I don't want to risk bidding diamonds here, but do something. And now you might leave it in if you've got a better hand than you have. Remember, I only promise 7 points when I overcall. And you have 7, that's 14. They could have as much as 26 points. So it's not a very wise bid, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much. That explains it very well.
I don't know if you were here yesterday, but I think I mentioned a board on which my partner and I got 1,400 because the partner of the opener, the responder, he liked the fact that he got stoppers in my suit and my partner's suit. And so he bid 3 no trump. I had doubled an earlier bid that they made. And because I had ace 4th of their suit, and now he ran to 3 no trump. So it came back to me and I doubled that as well, basically on principle, because it was 2 passed hands getting to 3 no trump. And they went for 1,400. And he had the kind of hand that you have now. You only wanted to bid 1 no trump, but it's a sad story that I told for a reason, that we have to be very careful. And your name isn't well, no, I'm not going to say that because I have more than one person with the same name, but there's somebody else who often comes to these lessons and he's equally aggressive. And there's nothing wrong with being aggressive. I am the complete opposite. I'm very conservative. But when I stick my neck out and make a bid, I have my bid. And the other day, it was really very sad. I had a beautiful hand. My partner showed a big hand, and I put her in 6 no trump. And the lead came down, and she couldn't make it. She didn't make it. But when we looked at the results, it was makeable. And she made the wrong decision at trick 1. So here's a tip for the day. If you have it in your power to make a difficult opening lead, where they have to guess at trick 1 what to do, go ahead and do it. So, it's much easier in the middle of the hand to play a card, to lead a card that might give declare a bit of a headache. But they've seen a number of tricks go past. Now they're better equipped to solve the problem. But what happened on this deal was that the dummy held ace, queen, 5th or 6th of spades, and the lead was the jack. So my partner could not see the king. Did he lead from king, jack, 10, or did he lead from king, jack? I mean, from jack something. And she made the wrong decision. And had she gone up with the ace and not taken this greedy finesse, she had a singleton, she would have made the contract.
Mm.
So very sad. I guess I'm going to open 1 heart.
I don't think I can say 1 no trump without a spade stopper.
Nope, you can't. But you can make a negative double.
But it doesn't imply both minors. Oh yes.
North is promising both minors.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
So two spades now. Okay, so here's a Rosenkranz situation.
Well, I wondered, but I have, I don't know that we're defending. They seem kind of split, so I thought
no,
I should.
No, did North raise my hearts?
No.
No. So it's, I think what you should do is
Redouble.
redouble. Now this says partner, I have a fit with your spades and I hold either the ace or king. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to bid 2 diamonds.
Mm. Well,
Well, does your partner have a fit with you?
yes,
So you're going to rebid spades.
yes,
You don't know how many points she has, only that she's got the king.
yes.
Okay, so 2 spades.
Mm.
No, you're going to bid 3 spades because.
Oh, because I've got 9. We've got 9.
So this is, typical of competitive auctions. We go and go and go. So we lost too many bids, I think, here. Redouble.
Yeah,
And I bid 2 diamonds.
2 diamonds, 2 spades.
2 spades by Marissa. 3 diamonds by North. 3 spades. And now I've got to decide, well, how many losers do I have? 1 spade, 1 heart, that's 2, 2 clubs, 4, and a diamond is 5. I have 5 losers. My partner rates to have about 9 losers. 9 and 5 are 14. I could take 10 tricks. I'm going to bid 4 diamonds, right or wrong.
Wow. Well. Mhm.
Good pass.
Mhm.
Now, 4 diamonds is just competing. It is not an invitation to go to game. So now Marissa is on lead, but she knows her partner has the king of spades. So which spade will she lead?
The 4th one,
She's going to lead the lowest one she has.
the lowest, okay.
So she can lead away from her ace queen and over to the king.
Oh, we have 9 spades and there were 3. There were 3 in dummy. Okay, sensible. Yes. Mhm.
So what's my plan for making the contract? Well, I've got all the diamonds. I've got 9 diamonds. So if they come down in 2 rounds, I'm good. But I'm going to have to rough some hearts. I don't know how the hearts will split, but I've got a total of 7 I started with. I'm missing 6. If they're 3-3, I can rough 1 heart and the rest will be good. So that's my plan. And I'm also going to put the lead towards the king of clubs. The ace happens to be in the west hand. So I'll lose 1 club and I've lost 1 trick already. I think I'm going to make 5 on this hand. What a shame I wasn't brave enough to bid 5. But unlikely to make 5 when both sides are bidding. On the other hand, 5-5 hands produce a lot of tricks. So I'm going to claim 10 more tricks. Because I can't see this to claim. So plus 150, I made 11. So 5-5 hands. If I count my losers, 2 clubs and a heart is 3, a spade is 4, a diamond is 5. And, I have to hope that my partner can cover some of my losers. And she can cover a diamond and a club. And she'll be able to rough, the dummy can rough a couple of hearts if necessary. So a nice bid.
Now all the hands are showing. Oh no, you fixed it.
Good.
Mhm.
So now look at my hand. I've got almost nothing. But I know that we can easily be outbid. They're showing strength. I've got nothing, but I've got the king of my partner's suit. So it's really important that I put that redouble on the table, because I'm hoping that she'll lead a low diamond to my king, and then I can get back to her and I can get a diamond ruff. So I'm thinking ahead. I really want to do that. And so Marissa has done the best she could. She couldn't leave the double in. She was forced to do something, so she chose to bid 2 spades. Well, I think you're good enough to bid 4 spades.
4?
I think
Okay.
9, 12, 1 for the doubleton, 13. Sounds like your partner has 6. So I would bid 4. The clubs are wonderful. There's like 3 short tricks for her.
Yeah. Although in this case, she wouldn't necessarily have to have 6 spades. Yeah, because she's competing.
Exactly. You forced her to bid. So how many diamonds does your partner have left? North should be able to work it out, because I always have to return present count. So if we went back to the previous trick, somebody must have played the 2. I'm not sure who played the 2. I can't remember. I wasn't looking. But Deb should know that I don't have the 2. If I'd had the king and the 3 and the 2, I guess I would play this way. So she's not sure whether to give them a slough and a rough or not. But go ahead and risk it.
What I know is that there's only 1 diamond out,
Right. So,
and you didn't support me.
well, I did. I showed King Doubleton, but I didn't raise you any higher. That's true.
That's true.
Yes. But I think that if you had seen the 2 on the first trick, you would know that I had started with 2. So are we getting any more tricks? We got this. What am I going to do now?
Ace of spades.
I would have to leave the a heart here, because there's no point needing a club. I would have to return a heart, hoping that my partner had the ace or king, but she doesn't.
Oh, the rest are mine.
Yes, you can claim the rest.
Okay. Down 1.
That's could make it doesn't make.
So here's the thing on the diamonds: a low diamond, and the 2 is in the dummy. So I went up with the king, and then I returned the 3. Now, if I had had, and I think they played the 5 and then the 10. So if I had had the 7 and the 3 left, I would have returned the 7, the top of a doubleton. So when I played the 3, I did not start with 3-2. So this is the only one I have left. So it would then be clear cut that Deb would know that West had another diamond. So this is another thing that we should always do: when low to the king, and then we return present count. This was the only one I had. So she's not quite sure, but if she figures out that she'd seen the 2, this was not the top of a doubleton. And if I had 2 left, I would have played the other one. So we can work it out that I started with only 2. Very brave of me to make that Rosenkranz double with only 2. But we can only do it if we have the ace or the king. We'll quickly do this hand because I think this is another Rosenkranz.
Let's see. All right.
Well, I mean, 4, 6, 9, 10, 10 points
Mhm.
and 3 cards. That's a limit race.
It is.
So there you go.
Okay. So very good pass here, because I don't know whether she has a fit with me or not, but it's very difficult. She cannot say double here because that would be a although some people play that it's only through 2 spades, that Rose, and some people play that it's all the way. In any case, she decides that caution is the better part of valor, and she will just pass quietly. And so they play 3 spades, 9, 11. Doesn't want to go to game with his 11 count. How many losers do we have? 2 diamonds and 2 clubs is 4, and 2 hearts is 6, and 1 spade is 7 losers. And the limit raise typically promises 8 losers. So 7 and 8 are 15. Deduct that from 24, and the answer is 9. Only 9 tricks possible on this layout. Now, Marissa is going to say, okay, so my partner's got a minimum opener. How many losers do I have? 3, 5, 6, 8. Aha, I've got 8 losers. Maybe I should go because of the modern losing trick count. I don't know. But it might not work too well on this hand. We have to lose a spade and a heart, and the king of clubs is offside, and we have to lose a diamond. So we can only take 9 tricks. So everyone's going to pass here. And of course, I'm going to lead my king of hearts regardless, even though partner doesn't have the ace.
Marissa, you have to pass.
Oh,
know.
sorry. Yeah.
I know that they have it, and I'll knock it out, and then I'll set up my queen. And who knows, I might have a jack as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording at this point, and I want to thank everybody for being here today.